Please stand and remove your hats for our national anthem. Welcome. Please be seated. Please welcome the Interim Dean and E. Warren Kohlhauer Chair, Kapil Dandekar.
Good morning. Good morning. What a joy it is to stand before you, and what a moment this is. To the graduating class of 2025, on behalf of the entire College of Engineering, I offer my warmest congratulations. You've arrived at a turning point, one built on effort, ambition, and perseverance. Today marks the close of one chapter and the opening of many more. We're very happy to recognize one of our Board of Trustees members who's here today, Thomas Fitzpatrick. Welcome. And we're here to celebrate your individual achievements, but let's also acknowledge the incredible network of support that made those achievements possible. Each of you was carried forward by a constellation of people, family members, friends, professors, mentors, and classmates. They were the ones who stayed up with you when deadlines loomed, who read your cover letters, and who reminded you why you started this journey in the first place. Graduates, if you're able, I invite you to stand, turn around, and give a heartfelt round of applause to the people who helped get you here. Thank you. Your Drexel experience was more than a series of classes and co-ops. It was a proving ground for resilience. You balanced demanding coursework with real-world challenges, and you did it in a world that felt especially uncertain these past few years. You've mastered optimization under constraints, which now makes you fully qualified to be the R2-D2 of your team. Calm under pressure, solutions always in hand, and somehow the only one who read the instructions. So I recruited many of you here with a Star Wars joke, and now you get Star Wars jokes at the end. So the circle is now complete. But you didn't just endure. You built, you created, you led. You turned your ideas into action and your plans into impact. Avani Kavathakar, graduating with degrees in environmental and peace engineering, didn't just study sustainability, she practiced it. From co-founding Drexel's chapter of the American Academy of Environmental Engineers to designing water reuse systems for refugee camps in Mexico, she has shown what it means to engineer with empathy. Aidan Cotton discovered a passion for research that took him around the world. His work with vaccines at the Drexel Nanomaterials Institute laid the groundwork for an international co-op in Berlin, where he helped guide a research team in developing new applications for energy storage. He came back to Drexel not just more experienced, but more confident in the contributions he could make. Mark Muzaber, a BSMS mechanical engineering student, took an idea that Drexel engineers could thrive in consulting and built a community around it. As co-founder of the Drexel Consulting Group, he helped organize a citywide case competition bringing together students from across Philadelphia to solve real-world problems. His leadership created a lasting platform for others to grow and shine. Our graduate students have also shaped this college in profound ways. Yash Atreya, completing his MS in engineering management, brought a strategic lens to complex systems. His work across data and supply chains made businesses smarter and more adaptive, and he's just getting started. Carice Cochran, a PhD candidate in mechanical engineering, applies her research in biomedical devices to real-world challenges and healthcare access. Through mentoring, outreach, and advocacy, she's shown how engineering can expand opportunity and inclusion. Each of you found your way through Drexel, but all of you contributed to something larger, a community of thinkers and builders ready to meet the world with purpose. And yet, as we celebrate today, we also pause to acknowledge what and who we carry with us. Just a few weeks ago, we lost one of our own, Tyler Solomon, a civil engineering student and a valued member of this graduating class. Tyler was known for his quiet generosity and his belief that engineering could serve others. Whether lending a hand to a classmate or supporting his community, he led with kindness. As we celebrate today, may we carry his spirit forward and let empathy, compassion, and service guide the impact that we make in this world. We also recognize that not everyone who supported you could be here today, whether due to distance, circumstance, or loss. As we take in this moment together, we hold space for all of those who are here with us in spirit. The weight of this day is real, and so is its promise. The world you are stepping into is full of complexity, but it's also full of possibility. As engineers, you are uniquely equipped to shape what comes next, to make systems safer, to make communities stronger, to make lives better. And if you ever find yourself wondering what kind of difference one person can make, remember what you've already done. You've solved problems that didn't come with answer keys, even before ChatGPT. You've worked across disciplines, across time zones, across uncertainty. You've built things that matter. Now it's time to keep building. We are proud of you. We are grateful to you for your time here, and we will be watching with excitement as you take your next steps. Class of 2025, congratulations, you've earned this. Please welcome Abhi Prakash. Abhi is graduating today with a master's degree in electrical engineering and will address us on behalf of the graduate class of 2025.
Good morning, Dean Dandekar, esteemed faculty, College of Engineering staff, family, friends, and the class of 2025. Congratulations, we made it. On a day as momentous as today, I'm reminded of a quote by Matthew McConaughey that for me has served as a steady reminder to keep pushing forward. Prioritize who you are, who you want to be, and don't spend time with anything that antagonizes your character. Don't drink the Kool-Aid. It tastes sweet, but it will give you cavities tomorrow. Life is not a popularity contest. Be brave, take the hill, but first answer that question. What's my hill? The question, what's my hill, sticks with me. And today, I want to talk about how we each find our own. Some of us already know our path, mapped out to the last detail. If that's you, well, first of all, I'm jealous. Good for you, because I'm not there yet. Stay focused, stay humble, and lift others as you rise. You are the trailblazers, and your confidence can inspire those still figuring things out. Others are already climbing, not at the start, but not at the summit either. That's where I am, mid-climb. I know my hill and I know it's steep. It stretches you, tests you, and asks you to keep going even when you'd rather coast. But here's what gives me confidence. Every one of you here is equipped for this. We are engineers. We're trained to solve problems, to face the unknown with curiosity. We have survived differential equations, wrestled with impossible simulations, debugged for hours only to figure out the error was a simple semicolon. Life used to feel binary, 0, 1, success or failure, on and off. But then quantum physics came along and it reminded us that things can exist in multiple states at the same time. And honestly, isn't that how life feels? You're succeeding and failing, certain and uncertain, building and learning, all at the same time. It's tempting to avoid the climb, but the climb is where the growth happens. Each step shapes us, not just into people who chase goals, but of people who are worthy of reaching them. One of the things that fueled my climb was signing up for a few engineering management and entrepreneurship courses at Drexel. The courses were great, but honestly, it was the interaction with the professors, Chris Morse and John Wilson, that made the real difference. Their insights, their encouragement, and the way they challenged me to think beyond the textbook shaped my path in ways I never imagined. Those conversations helped me see new possibilities, spark new ideas, and ultimately strengthen the entrepreneurial drive that's now a big part of who I am. The spirit of innovation is what led to the creation of my startup, Three Wired Minds. What began as an idea for exchanging perspectives turned into a full-fledged platform that now brings together some of the brightest minds I've met. But it wasn't just about building a business. Alongside launching my startup, my journey here involved taking leadership roles. As the vice president of the Graduate Student Association, serving as the graduate student ambassador for the College of Engineering, and leading Pragati, the Indian Graduate Student Association, as its president. I also helped revitalize the graduate IEEE chapter at Drexel. So these experiences taught me that leadership isn't just about titles or check boxes. It's about making an impact, showing up, and helping others rise. Now, I don't have a story about a 1967 Mustang, but I do have one about my first e-scooter, the Segway 9-bot. Top speed, 20 miles per hour. When I got it, it felt unstoppable. It was fast, it was sleek, and in my mind, it was my ticket to freedom. Life is a lot like that scooter. You can have the perfect plan, the perfect route, but sometimes things don't go as expected. Sometimes the thing you thought that would carry you all the way to the finish line leaves you somewhere stranded halfway. And that's when you have to decide. Do you dust yourself off, get back on, and keep moving? Or do you just let the fall define you? Throughout our time here, we have all had moments like this. Moments when we doubted our paths, questioned our abilities, and felt like everyone else was cruising at 20 miles per hour while we were stuck on the sidewalk, bruised and bleeding. But look around. We are still here. We showed up for each other. In all the late night group study lessons that lasted until sunrise, in the late night phone calls that started with, "Are you okay?" and ended up with, "You got this," we survived. And now before I close, I want to take a moment to acknowledge the people who got me here. My grandparents, my uncle, my cousins, friends. Thank you for being here today. Your support and love in me have been my anchor. To my parents who couldn't make it today, I know you guys are watching, and I feel your pride all the way from home. Your sacrifice is the reason I'm standing here. And this is as much your achievement as it's mine. To my academic advisor, Megan Foster, thank you for your steady guidance and support. To a graduate recruiting team, Sherry Levin and Cookie Ma, with whom I worked for a year as a student ambassador, and thank you for believing in me and helping me see the bigger picture. And while I'm talking about lifelines, let's not forget the unsung heroes of our Drexel days, the halal carts on the 33rd. You know the one, the green cart. It wasn't just a meal, it was a comfort. The quick escape, but a small reminder that even in chaos, there's something reliable. You'd spot students clutching those styrofoam containers and walking like a prized possession, as if it was the best thing that happened to them all week. And sometimes it was. And for the record, I didn't get paid to do this promotion, but I'm definitely going to ask for some extra rise for all this free advertising. So as we step forward, whether we're speeding ahead, climbing our hills, or somewhere in the middle, let's keep that question in mind: what's my hill? And let's remember, it's okay if the path changes or the hill turns out to be a detour, because the truth is, success isn't just about reaching the summit, it's about how we keep moving forward and how we learn from our falls and how we discover new hills to climb. Thank you, Drexel, for the lessons, the late nights, and the little comfort that reminded us that even in chaos, we were never alone. We were a part of something bigger, something worth every climb. And to the class of 2025, congratulations. Your hill is waiting. Go take it. Thank you.
Thank you for your remarks and congratulations on your graduation. Please welcome now Jane McCann. Jane is graduating with a degree in chemical engineering and will address us on behalf of the undergraduate class of 2025.
Thank you, Dean Dandekar. To all faculty and staff members, to all present alumni, family, and to my fellow graduates of the class of 2025, good morning. I'm sure I speak for all of us when I say that I am so happy to be here. I'd like to start by sharing how I got here. I graduated high school on June 11th, 2015, just over 10 years ago today. After high school, I enrolled at a different university. Health problems combined with obsessive-compulsive issues, anxiety, and depression forced me to leave school. Of course, this was not a part of the plan that I had for myself. The following year, I tried again, desperate to get back on track. Yet again, I found that the mountain was just too tall to climb. I spent the next few years clawing back inch by inch, building a strong foundation for myself, until finally, I had the conviction to try again. I started by taking just one online class at my local community college. To say I was scared is an understatement. But that fear of taking a step forward was nothing compared to the fear of standing still, feeling powerless over my own life. So I took the class, and I survived. I told myself that all of the pain and suffering was going to be worth something once I finished what I started. I was resolved. I started calling admissions offices to try and explain my situation and to beg for another chance. In my admissions essay to Drexel, I wrote, "I never doubted that I would complete my degree. It had just turned into a long-term goal, with more challenges to face along the way." Apparently, that was enough for them, because in the fall of 2022, I was officially a full-time student at Drexel. Of course, you don't get one challenge to overcome and then live the rest of your life worry-free. During my first term here, my dad, Thomas Francis McCann, passed away. This was a very difficult time for me and my family, and I'd like to thank the faculty and staff here on behalf of myself and my dad for their help and support during that time. I could not have made it through my first term without all of you. So why am I telling you this? Because I wholeheartedly believe that this piece of paper that we received today is worth it. And it required hard work and sacrifice to get here. Maybe you didn't fail out on your way to graduation, but maybe you failed a class. Maybe you struggled to come up with the money to buy textbooks. Maybe your living situation was uncertain. But whatever it was, you overcame all of that to get here. There's a line from Rocky. It's not about how hard you hit. It's about how hard you can get hit and keep moving forward. How much you can take and keep moving forward. That's how winning is done. I think that resonates with all of us, especially because some of those exams really felt like a punch in the gut. It's easy to diminish our challenges because we're surrounded by people who are doing the exact same thing. But I don't think anyone in this room would try to tell you that it was easy. While we have varying disciplines, each of us is graduating from the College of Engineering. We have different backgrounds, skills, and goals, but as engineers, we are problem solvers. And it is naive to think that we will not encounter failure on our path to the answer. We have been learning not just math and science, but how to overcome challenges. Besides gaining the tools we need to face them, we have been finding our resilience and the strength to get back up. Today, I ask you all to take a minute and look back at the times you fell down, the problem you couldn't solve, the exam you didn't finish, the concept you didn't understand, and remember how you got back up. We should look back and think, if this is what I overcame, what more can't I accomplish? So as we step out into the world today, not just as graduates, but as engineers, I hope we carry that same determination forward. Not just the equations and the design principles, but the grit, the courage to try again, the willingness to ask for help, and the understanding that setbacks don't define us. What we do next does. Wherever you're headed, industry, grad school, the unknown, I hope you remember that you've already proven something to yourself. You can get back up. You've done it before, you'll do it again. Congratulations, class of 2025. We made it. Thank you.
Thank you for your remarks, and congratulations on your graduation. We want to acknowledge those students who have received special recognition from the university. Each year at commencement, we present the Harold W. Pote Behind Every Graduate Award, named for the late Drexel trustee. This award recognizes excellence in secondary school teaching, and selections are made based on nominations by graduating students. I would like to recognize Mrs. Holly Seidenfeld from Katsashiva High School in Boca Raton, Florida, and ask nominating student G. Andrew Gallitzer to stand and be recognized. Congratulations. I would also like to recognize those undergraduate students who have demonstrated outstanding academic achievement at Drexel, as reflected in outstanding final grade point averages. Students who graduate with a GPA between 3.5 and 3.7 are designated cum laude, or with honor. Will cum laude graduates please stand? Those graduating with a GPA between 3.7 and 3.9 are designated magna cum laude, or with outstanding honor. Will our magna cum laude graduates please stand? Students graduating with a GPA of 3.9 or higher are designated summa cum laude, or with highest honor. Will our summa cum laude graduates please stand? Congratulations to you all. Please be seated. Finally, Drexel has a long tradition of participation in programs with the United States military. I ask that everyone in the audience today who is a member or veteran of the armed forces to stand to recognize recognition for your service. It is now my pleasure to introduce our keynote speaker, Jonathan Ojani. Jonathan is a distinguished business leader with more than 20 years of global experience. He currently serves as CFO and Head of Strategy and Transformation for KFC USA. He's a proud Drexel graduate, having earned his bachelor's degree in architectural and civil engineering with honors, and later went on to complete an MBA in finance and management from the Wharton School. His career has taken him across industries and continents with leadership roles at McKinsey & Company, Intercontinental Hotels Group, and the Coca-Cola Company, where he led global strategy and operations. He got his start right here at Drexel as a co-op student at Sunoco and quickly rose through the ranks after graduation. Jonathan is also a presidential leadership scholar and an active global citizen, serving on academic, arts, and environmental boards around the world. A passionate traveler, he's explored more than 50 countries and brings a deep sense of commitment of leadership, innovation, and impact. Please join me in welcoming Jonathan Ojani.
Good morning. So first, it's an honor for me to be here back home. As Dean mentioned, I am a Drexel alum. I'd like to thank everybody here, Dean, faculty, Drexel, Philadelphia. But before we celebrate you students, I think it's important that we honor the true geniuses here today. These are your parents, your mentors, and all who believed in you. You all took a bet and it paid off. Personally, I would not be standing here today if it wasn't for my parents, Professor Francis Frederick and Mrs. Agnes Ojani. They are the unsung heroes, just as your parents, your mentors, your grandparents are. Class of 2025, you didn't just complete a degree, you conquered one of the most rigorous engineering programs while the world around you was in flux. This diploma proves you're resilient, adaptable, ready to lead in a world that won't slow down. Now, let's be real. I know you're all feeling a sea of emotions, of feelings. There's that groggy, feeling you have inside. Scientists have a word for that. It's called a hangover, and I can't help you guys. I'm actually talking about your parents back there. But seriously, there's a feeling of relief, no more exams, excitement, that first paycheck, bittersweet, sad goodbyes to your colleagues and friends, to some of your faculty, anxiety, the world is spinning, overwhelming, loans, work life, and confusion. That friend of yours whose Facebook page looks like they are just having it all together, and that just dates me, Facebook. Do you guys know what that is? But this sounds familiar? Well, here's what I wish somebody told me when I was sitting where you are. It is going to be all right. Like you, I know how graduating during uncertain times feels. I was a newly minted MBA going into the chaos of the 2007 financial crisis. Everything around me was collapsing. But I leaned in. I used that opportunity and my Drexel degree, the rigor that these programs, that these ladies and gentlemen imparted on you, to pivot. And thankfully, it worked out. Embrace uncertainty. Yes, it'll stretch you, but it will not break you. Remember, you didn't just graduate, you grew through chaos. You didn't quit. You adapted, you thrived. That, ladies and gentlemen, is your superpower. You heard from your classmate here, that is a superpower. And guess what? The messy emotions that you feel right now, those are not flaws. Those are proof, that's fuel that you are alive, that you are awake, that you are still in the game. The world needs leaders like you with resilience and grit and emotional intelligence. You've got this. So where do we go from here? Let me share some advice that when life spins out, as it will, it has kept me standing and hopefully it'll be beneficial to some of you. Early in my life, my parents, my heroes, as I mentioned, Professor Francis and Mrs. Agnes Shajani, both educators, taught me that the purpose-filled life is like a three-legged stool. Ambition is the seat. That's what supports you. But hard work, luck, and timing are the three legs. But when the ground shakes, as it will, and probably is, it's courage and experience that keep you steady. My father always said, dream big and never, ever give up. He believed a meaningful life balanced passion and commitment. My mom taught me that preparation is power, self-belief is fuel, and presence, that quiet kind that does not require a spotlight, is real strength. Her mantra was always be present and ready for inspection. Not just by how you look, but how you think, act, and show up. Their wisdom has never failed me, because when hard work meets opportunity, when luck and timing align, only the prepared can truly step in. You can't control luck and timing, but you can control your readiness. And sometimes that's the difference between watching life happen around you and owning the moment that changes everything. So if you indulge me, I'll unpack that relatively quickly. So let's start off with the seed. Ambition, the compass. Remember, dream big and never, ever give up. But in a world that keeps shifting beneath your feet, what should your ambition be? How do you even recognize the right opportunity when nothing is standing still? I've learned it's about asking the right question. You've all been in this position. You're sitting in front of an interviewer and they ask you, where do you see yourself in 10 years? Now, if you're like me, as soon as they ask that question, you don't even remember what company you're sitting across from. And so you kind of wing it. That's a question that's made to land a job. Instead, ask yourself this: in 10 years, who will I be? And what life will I have dared to create? It's not about titles. It's about purpose, shattering restrictions arising from self-doubt. It's not about destinations, where you end up, but the winding journey, the adventure of life that makes it all worth it. The last 4 or 5 years, that was an adventure, and right now this is worth it. I followed purpose, not plans. I chose challenge, not comfort. I chose adventure. Because the right opportunity, again, is not a title. It is what transforms you. So I challenge you. What is your compass? Who will you be, and what life do you dare to create? Then the first leg of the stool, hard work. You've proven it. They say to taste the sweet, you must face the pain. And ladies and gentlemen, isn't this moment sweet? You have worked hard to get here, and this is awesome. Your Drexel degree shows that you can not only face the pain, but adapt and thrive. You've learned, now you've earned. Your co-op, That's your edge. You didn't just learn, you did. Somebody believed in you enough to invest even before the ink in your diploma dried. Your co-op plus degree, you've all learned, and now you have a seat at that table. You have all demonstrated experience and intelligence. How will you turn all you've worked for into something that matters? Well, to act, to lead, to build what's better, not just what's next. Your classmate here articulated that far better than I can. In a world that never stops evolving, lifelong learnings is not extra, it is essential. This is a commencement. It's not the end, it's the beginning. Invest and sharpen your skills and leadership. Remember when effort meets ambition, work evolves from a chore into calling. Leg 2, timing, the signal. Timing is everything, but timing is nothing without preparation. You can't control when the right moment comes, when the right opportunity comes, but you can be prepared and ready to capitalize on that opportunity, to be chosen, to be considered. But to be considered, you have to be known. So how do you get known? When I graduated, I thought that I would just hunker down, work hard, and I'd be noticed. Maybe when I graduated, the dinosaurs still roamed the earth then. You guys are much younger than I am. The world today is all about brand. But what is your brand? It starts off with explaining what your vision is. Say it out loud. Let people know what drives you and what doesn't. Sometimes that's even more important. I am not interested in X. But that clarity attaches alignment, and people around you will understand this is what Jane wants. This is what Bob wants. Then you build your brand. Your reputation is what people say about you when you are not in the room. It's your skills, your presence, your consistency, your character. What do you want to be known for? That's your craft. You are known as one of the top engineers in the world. That is your craft. However, what do you want to be known as? That, ladies and gentlemen, is your character. Your craft gets you in the room, that's your resume, but your character keeps you there. Then you build your network. Your allies amplify your voice. Right now, in the Man Center, you have the strongest allies around you. Stay in touch with each other. Make sure that you prop each other up as your classmates will prop you. How does this all converge? Life is a game of impressions. Your brand must leave a permanent impression. Often when you're not in the room, your reputation and relationships are. So decisions are made when you're not in the room about you. Make sure your brand tells a lot about you. It is in those moments, at those times, when you're not in the room that your future is decided. Third leg, hope you're still with me on the stool and it hasn't toppled over, is luck, the spark. Luck opens doors, but only if you're ready to walk in. It is something that you make happen. How do you do that? Some of the biggest breakthroughs happen by the one word. That word is yes. Yes to uncertainty, yes to risk, yes to growth, and yes to adventure. I once took a role in a country full of contradictions. Volatile, uncertain, complex, ambiguous. It was just nuts. But it had a lot of potential. I soon discovered, because I said yes, the most innovative, inspiring, exciting opportunity in my career. Fortuitously, it catapulted me in my career. That yes changed everything. Luck rarely feels safe, it feels risky, and that yes was indeed risky. But the good news is, when you say yes, it may not always work out. But the good news is that few decisions are final. Most choices are what I consider two-way doors. You walk in, you look around, it works, you stay. It doesn't, you leave. It's that simple. But sometimes life goes sideways. It's not failure, it's a detour. You had that journey, you made a decision, you said yes, it's not panning out. That is a detour. I've had my fair share of detours, I can tell you. That job, that boss, that team, that project just went pear-shaped. Those detours don't define me and should not define you. They should not delay you. They teach you what to pursue and what to leave behind. Detours are opportunities to remind you of what is truly important. Opportunities to review, reflect, realign, and reprioritize. Opportunities to reimagine, to refocus, re-engage, and rebuild. Opportunities to reset and reemerge. That's what a detour does for you. Acknowledge, learn, adapt, keep moving. Remember, luck favors the bold, not the perfect. And boldness begins with a simple yes. So we're almost there. So you have your ambition, hard work, luck, and timing, but the world is in flux. What keeps everything stable is courage. Remember, you've dared to create that life. You have to be courageous. In a world defined by disruption, stability is fleeting. Shocks, inevitable. Only courage and earned wisdom keep the stool from collapsing. Recently, I was honored by becoming a presidential leadership scholar, a great initiative that focused on shaping the bold. And you get to meet principal leaders who have tackled global problems. One of the statements that I heard in that program resonated with me as I was writing this closing. Have the courage to take the risks that you need to take. The only thing that can stop you from believing that you cannot or will not or should not is you. Take that leap. Have the courage to dream big, never ever give up, but stack the deck in your favor by being prepared and always present and ready for inspection. So in closing, graduate students, I challenge you that your finest day is yet unknown. Today may feel like your finest day. It is one of the many. The future that you lay out from you today will guarantee a day that is truly remarkable. The world may seem overwhelming and uncertain, but remember your superpower. You did not just graduate. You grew through chaos. You did not quit. You adapted and thrived. Today is truly the commencement of something remarkable, a purpose-filled life. A life fueled by ambition, propelled by hard work, luck, and timing, and anchored together by courage. The world does not just need what you know, it needs who you are. Courageous, resilient leaders who have demonstrated experience and intelligence. So graduates, I challenge you, just as my parents challenged me. What life do you dare to create? Boredom is sitting around, imagining waiting for life to begin. Don't be boring. Take charge. Don't play small. This is your life, ladies and gentlemen. Make it count. Thank you.
On behalf of everyone at the College of Engineering,
I thank you.
let's give another round of applause for our speaker. It is now time to individually recognize all of our graduates assembled today. The names of our graduates will be announced by Cameron Abrams, Jonathan Spanier, Richard Knight, and Jason Baxter and Andre Jablokow. Out of respect to all of our graduates, we request that you remain in your seats until all names have been called.
Marshals, please escort our doctoral graduates to the stage with their supervising professors to receive their hoods.
Argavan Mohammad Hassani. Ankita Paul. Fu Conk Huing. Zilong Zhong. Abhinanda Dutta. Sharaniya Visvalingam. Patrick Osei. Xiaomo John. Masa Karimi. Gregory Andrew Manukian. Timothy Averinyanov. William Fullerton. Emre Babaruglu. Katerina Shevchuk. Adam Walter. Mary Chen Jean Hassig. Prajwal Laxmisha. Joseph Wright. Feng Bui. Anthony Drago. Shraman Kadapa. Shayna Rumrill. Rian Alufi. Carla Negrete. Carolyn Cameron. Brianna Marcunas. Tabor Yim. Reese Pereira. Tana Sibunrong. Jesse Starger. Miran Sefolahi. Zainab Zadeh. Ritvin Sukitana. Chihao Pan. Yiching Li. James Aloysius McKelvey. Mobish Abraham Shaji. Michaela Joy Sureis. Anush Lingamurthy. Tetiana Parker. Ayowale Emmanuel Ayordai.
Congratulations to all of our doctoral graduates. We would like to now recognize all the students who are receiving both a bachelor's and a master's degree today. Will those students please stand? Marshals, will you please escort the master's graduates to the stage?
Keneal Arvind Patel. Elizabeth Rauscher. Merve Arslan. Janelle Iqbala. William Henry Bonakas. Hope Marie Wilson. Daniel W. Smith. Robin Dreps. Karina Marie DeBruzo. Bhagadwath Raj Thangabel. Rohan Allah. Sohan Somaya Thritira. Kieran James Lynch. Tyler Matthew Greer. Jonathan Jose Cordero. Joel Simanu Akorli. Manas Jain. Titus Viswanath Maturi. Sohan Shashidar Hirje. Samarth Pinakinabai Patel. Darshil Arvindbai Pagdal. Dylan Prince Omen. Danushri Dilip Jaminikur. Andrew Stephen Maria. Fuang Mai Lak. George Abid. Michael Orlando. Cassius Ali Garcia. Barun Iyengar. Harrison Richard Muller. Ahmed El Milegi. Kylie Nicole Fitchett. Ernst Taz Ko Kwan. Julian Camilo Marin. Osung Kwan. Jesse Yearwood. Will Clay Messick. Taylor Louise Bow. Brandon Shu. Brandon Seth Parento. Braj Melhukumar Padnya. Daria Jayesh Patel. Marumai Ajit Chandwadkar. Meta Jai Kumar Patil. Ian Wilson. Thomas Hayes. Christopher John Sherman. Bawa Talwar. Zachary G. Thomas. Jacob Louis Motzkovitz. Keyor Bharath Kumar Patel. Braj Pradeep Kumar Patel. Naishal Chauhan. Prasad Uday Joshi. Julian Schmidt Gotti. Derek Abaya Ose. Abnijan Prakash. Obed Kedi Kubahiro. Sean Lorenzo Lutz. Amy Maheny. Avani Kavathekar. Alyssa May Kemp. Justin Ryan Stiles. Jason Lee Wallet. Saria Arshad. Titu Mani Thomas. Ashish Bhattarai. Daniel Harrison Parsons. John Gerald Portnoy. Corey Peyton Krantz. Leah Grace Dimitri. Elizabeth Ann Moroz. Anil Kumar Karapa. Sravant Kumar Kandapalli. Kirthi Reddy Gangi Reddy. Kushal Sai Galapalli. Krishna Teha Matapalli. Matthew Robert Gomes. Cole Brian Lombardo. Christopher Joseph Toronto. Mansi Chandrakant Patel. Livia Ciriello Fernandez del Moral. William Louis Soleo. Auntie No. Pravat Prom Raksa. Siddharth Suhas Deshpande. Carl Costanza. Maxwell J. Vance. Ujwal Arun Mandi. Yash Nilamangala Athreya. Tarush Tandon. Brett James Ellis. Arjuna Karthikeyan Senthilabel Kavitha. Santosh Vadivel. Hemangi Ashwini Kumar Patel. Vikram Vayajaba Haskar Shahapur. Harshit Rai. Debashri Bhattacharya. Amal Malayil Ashok. Anandu Sunos. Vivek Thakachan. Yansh Shukla. Sharon Kota. Seda Salmasa. Kamalnathan Narayanya Bharati. Sai Kunal Mala. Harshit Kumar Malkurapuram Bhimish Kumar. Atharva Ravindra Dale. Aslam Mahmood Mohammed. Ashish Dip Nadella. Kyla Ongpoi. Vruthi Kothari. Caitlin Maria Singh. Vedansh Suresh Makse. Ani Ruth Mahesh Kalkura. Surab Sandeep Pethkar. Daniel Emmanuel McFadden. Yixiang Zhang. Basil Nusoni Salamao Jr. Senior. Aryaman Singha. Shashki Viran Devadiga. Vincent Paul Sankuri. Nitin Anand. Sorry. Shweta Singh. Shrusti Ramakant Gawande. Rahaz Manoj Ronge. Colin Weber. Maya Sukasem. Charan Sima Reddy Tama.
Congratulations to all of our master's graduates. Marshals, please escort our bachelor graduates to the stage for individual recognition.
Eric Stellato. Odin Calvert. Nathan Raj Nazareth. Malbin Chochu Nil Umthil. Ryan Jensen. Travis Kuka. Sebastiano Villano. Mark Ryan. Connor Mittel. Joseph Solono. Dean Dodomenico. Tara Whistler. Lucas Minnick. Kenan Hart. Andrew Gallitzer. Justin Lee. Austin Charlton. Quentin Carroll. Bashir Abdallah. Zakaria Ehab Hamad. Matthew Liu. Brian James Gorski. Brian Dina Huang. Samuel Howard Gatti. Tato Baratashvili. DJ Dawkins. Muhammad Uzad. Ibrahim Balaji Abdul Wahab. Abdullah Khalid. Misael Campose Mora. Sarah Kukfa. Julia Lully. Benjamin Edward McGrath. Eric Lynn. Joseph Dylan Gruzinski. Jian Rong Tan. Jeremy P. Matthews. Aaron Varghese. Gasida Chalanegi. Hugo Takizala. Sean Michael Talecki. Andy Lynn. Joseph Michael McGuire. Serenity Barunzini. John Patrick Maloney. Brian Justin Chang. Alexis Morgan Cavey. Claudia Rose Offit. Kaylee Ludwig. Preeti Chauvur.
Yoni Savidis. Jamia Cleveland Carter. Gregory Philip Maish. Samuel David Cruz. Iva Love Black. Kevin Nichols. Jack Anderson Rosenquist. Adam William Hurlbert. Joshua Dana Fulton. Logan Asher Ely. Samuel Musselman. Helen Irene Ford. Nicholas William Brudski. Shannon Robert Sori. Mohammed Kadir Haider Chadar. Mohammed Samad Khan. Zikria Saif. Michael Liam O'Gara. Nicholas Dylan Morgan. Stanley Benjamin Omiatansky IV. Jared Nathaniel Matlis. Jacob Alexander Green. Michael Vincent Galeli. Andrew Michael DiDomenico. Henry Frederick Shannon. Michael James Raymond. Colette Nicole MacDonald. Bethany Grace Lirenz. Andrew Moak. Maya Del Mundo Duberstein. Cynthia Zachariah. Mofiyun Foluwa Omatoyo Omateso. Wachuka Onyuke. Veronica Munachi Obute. Amitabh Ashok Shrivastava. Kushi Prakash Patel. Mahdi Bazir Nafi. Tommy Vo. Casey James Stricko. Connor Daly Keogh. Jeffrey Lau. Ryan Michael Dubus. Jeffrey J. Weiss. Fu Nat Lee. Denise Ali Becken. Oluwatoyi Mian Akinbo. Giles Somkene Chukwu Odigwe. Oluwamato Kinu Luba Ogun Koya. Rodrigo Bonfilm Arago. Alexander Richard Khalifa. Edward Joseph Guerra. Edward Andrew Larkin. You can rotate whenever you like with the other guys.
Jordan Laws. Devin Lamb. Luke Winarco. Jesse Gil Seligman. Bin Boy. John Zeng. Zachary Reed Reardon. Zane Hobaugh. Linus Cook. Jay Dong. Yang Jung. Tracy Wang. John Lin. Thomas Scanlon. Elizabeth Alexandra Krasinski. Serena Berkovich Benzayev. Marissa Keeley. Vincent Cariello. Alvin Abraham. Kyra Dixon. Maximilian Mielenbach. Henry Flynn. Zane Riaz. Taylor Wilson. Hope Glendenning. Madeline White. Sophie Milstein. Ari Golad. Andrew Manns. Michael Pazdursky. Jack Hutchison. Alex Zambrano. Lucas Dimayuga. Caden Anthony Keelis. Nat Nguyen. John Hoffmeyer. Michael Haar. Liam Murray. Dominic Richard Fiorello. Daniel Galantino Pack. Jamie Stewart. Morgan Tissaker.
These are mine. William Barclay Perry. Madeline Morgan Graybill. Jane Krapp. Aidan Thomas Cotton. Lucas Dejan Ratson. Kyle James Pennypacker. Jesse Robert Hammond. We can rotate back, that's mine done.
Tyler Belford. Danica Gabrielle Williams. Adam Tyler Goldstein. Jeremy Simon Oppenheim. Robert Charles Tonga. Jacob Chin. Patrick M. Hewitt. Grace Hongley Peterson. Ngozi Julius Nwaragi. Colin S. Doobie. Japheth Halrel Eloy. Nathaniel Hay. Daniel Park. Chase Robert Donnelly. Ryan Correa Aguilar. Mohammed Udin. Adrian Cantu Morgado. Selah Camille Williams. Louis Liu. Andy Chen. Wei Yu. Sophia Quagliarello. Sheikh Umar Torre. Chidima Osuagu. Luying Liu. Surabi Rabundari. Sam Teepee. Emily Ann Joyce. Emmanuel Claudius. Ryan Fiddler. Jackson Wagner. Alexander Diaz. Kyle Mino. Caleb Erno. Chris Lurie. Kieran Sullivan. Joseph Zernansky. Juan Rodriguez. Tahi Reed. Hassan Shamir Mohammed. Munaza Al-Hashim. Brandon Robert Buell. Joseph Geisler. David Saunders. Joby O'Brien. Waverly Chu. Matthew Trainer. Ethan Tran. Lashanti Cato. Brianna Alamilo. Norita Alcota. Ty Nguyen. Ree O'Brien. Who's up?
Dai Tayun. Ricky Diep. Jacob Mingus. Charles Ryan Brooks. Joe Glenn. Thomas Gola. Benjamin Roberts. Dominic Brown. Robert Sullivan. Jeremy McGowan. Devin Pollack. Kayla Ashley Kosek. Oliver Story. Olivia Nicole Harley. Nico Luis Estrada. Simone Wisniewski. Darren Santuna, New Keith. Jonathan Baum. Connor Hanrahan. Cole Verderame. Om Bagara. Lucas Afnunitis. Brian Cole. Joseph Gibbons. Robert Myro. Robert Lagravinis. Jonathan Zidbil. Nagis Akhmetov.
Bekzad Kolmadradov. Alexander Santos. Giovanni Cheng Lupo. Ralph Schultz, the fifth. B. McDermott. Meghna Patel. Isabella Queenie Gaines. Inyene Tom James. Natasha Say. Ainsley Mara Akratola. Yun Seo Her. Austin Nguyen. Charlie Dang. Christian Rohr. Omar Raja. Elizabeth McDevitt. Emily Fedden. Jill Shah. Zamina Tobar. Jacqueline Dizel. Pooja Shah. Francis Chung. Carolyn Guzikowski. An Ho. Jane McCann. Tracy Vong. Jason Nguyen Van. Stephen Chen. Patrick Green. Ronak J. Lashkari. Trevor Njonjo. Joseph McDermott. I can switch out anytime.
Did you get all your chemicals? Yes.
Mohammed Faison Malik. Connor Brady. Daniel Agbara. Cole Barden. Abhinav Ganesh. Nufal Ahmad. Asterio Stephen Zephyrus Gerohimus. Jackson Berman. Lin Lee Wah. Jillian McCarthy. Rachel Gee Lee. Allegria Faye Wall. Charles Puxta. Joshua Mark. Kenny Dronzek. James Casper. Ethan Krasik. Mark Al-Mujaber. Aaron Marks. Nicholas Shirley. Jacob Sims. Adil Zenuliev. Jonathan Carlin. Dominic DiCharia. Owen Klinger. Michael Stevens. Nathalie Bravo. Ria Athanasiou. Joseph McDonald. Nung Nan. Nyla Nguyen. Paige Maiden. George Pinochet. Raghav Mittal. Min Kim. Archit Dalwadi. Lucas Roshan. Joshua Minion. Andrew Zuperman. Peter Ernst. Tyler Wilshire. Thomas Carey III. Lucky Horgan. Taylor Hoshafi. Jesus Perez. Christian Britton. Erica Miller. Lily Munich. Cole Forte. Mitchell Yeager. Dalton Preston. David King. Benjamin Guller. Justin Morgan. Hui Che. Andy Portillo. Thomas Schreiber. Bryson Cliggett. Rohan Roy.
Absolutely. Maximilian Rafael Seagull. Carlos Duarte Brecha. Jaron Kibet Sigirono. Giuliano Vittorio Giardini. Jason Vu Nguyen. Connor Gates. William Westcott Hackett. Bilgehan Ghoul. That's it.
Congratulations to all of our bachelor's graduates.
Let's have one more round of applause for all of our graduates. In this ceremony, we have paid tribute to the graduating class of 2025. Now it's the graduates' turn to salute those who have helped them along the way. I would like the parents, spouses, partners, and children and loved ones of our graduates to please stand so they may receive the thanks they so richly deserve. Now I ask the members of the class of 2025 to salute their professors and mentors at Drexel University. Will the members of the faculty and administration please rise? All right, you may be seated. Thank you all for joining us today. When our ceremony ends, please stay in your seats until the stage party have recessed. Once again, congratulations, graduates.